beer, it's good for you.
Hello and welcome to the video. Here I am sharing an extended version of the footage with Kee from Kegland that was in part shared within my end of year video in 2024. Within this exclusive footage, Kee talks in detail about many Kegland product releases coming in 2025. So let's get to it.
Okay, so 2025 is going to be super exciting for Kegland. Firstly, I'm shooting actually from the Kegland Netherlands new distribution center, making it a lot easier for us to get a lot of new product into Europe really quickly. But I should say 2025 has got a lot of new product releases on the horizon as well. We've already got a couple of them which have come out in Australia, things like our Mark V regulator, which just sort of got launched in Australia, been selling out for a number of months now. So that'll very soon come into Europe. I've also got the Canon bottle filler. I have to say sorry, I know a lot of people have been asking for that one. A lot of emails about when that's coming out overseas, but we've been a little bit slow because we've been struggling to keep on top of the demand in Australia, but we're scaling up production for the Canon bottle filler at the moment, so we'll be shipping a lot more of those overseas in the imminent future in early 2025. We've also got some other really cool stuff, like we've got this new keg level sensor, so it fits into the top of a keg lid and tells you how much beer you've got left in the keg. So that's going to be something that comes out. It's very battery efficient. We know that we're going to be able to go at least 18 months or longer before either needing to recharge or replace the batteries in it. And then that can relay using a low energy Bluetooth signal onto your kegerator or something else, where you can basically check the the keg level on some type of heads up display. So really exciting new product. We've also got the wrapped spunning valve and regulator. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1, can be used to regulate pressure into a pressure vessel like a fermenter, or out of a fermenter if you're wanting to retain some spunning pressure inside the fermenter. It's another really cool device, and that'll sort of work well with the wrap chambers and the other sort of wrapped ecosystem, I guess. We've got another cool product, which is the benchtop kegerator. So that's one which basically is just going to be about sort of yay big, fits on a standard like kitchen bench. So that way, if you want to have a kegerator but can't quite get the sign off from the partner to take up a whole lot of floor space in your kitchen or living room or whatever, this just sits on the bench, small enough to fit in 2 4-litre oxybar kegs or a couple of the stainless steel mini kegs in there. It's got 2 little Nucatap minis on the front as well. So really cool device. We're actually going to bring out 2 different models of those. One which is just a kegerator just for cooling and keg dispensing, but there's actually another model we got in the pipeline as well, which will have a little heating function as well. So if you did want to use it to ferment a really small batch of beer, you could do that too. So that's another really cool thing. We've also got a really cool range of distilling products on the horizon. I'm not going to talk about the Polyphenex, that's a whole nother one for another video, but the air still, super exciting product. So we've got these new air stills, which are kind of a little bit like air stills you may be familiar on the market already, except our one will be really versatile. So it will be able to attach, for instance, to the stock standard small boiler. So it will be sold with a boiler which is around about 6 litres in size. But if you want to upgrade that, you can also whack it on top of a 30, 60 or 100 litre Bruzilla, for instance, or whack it on top of a Digiboil and extend that boil capacity. But it's also got flexibility in other respects as well. So for instance, it's got a fairly small column in the air still body, similar to the other air stills that are out there now, but you can kind of extend that column externally to the air still. So I think that's a super exciting product for people who maybe have done a bit of beer brewing but want to sort of dabble a little bit in distillation as well. So another cool product. Also the Impressence range of essences. We've got heaps of those which we've been selling in Australia now and haven't shipped any overseas yet, but some of those are really cool, and some of the essences you can't really get anywhere else either. So things like Aperol and Campari, some people really struggle to make that at home with any of their current essences, but we've got some really products like that. So if you want to do an Aperol spritz for summer, nothing better than just using an essence, so you can really make a easy essence in that way. We're also doing a lot of editing on the wrapped cloud. So we've got a new profile editor, recipe builder, does all the water calculations and stuff like that. So I know we've been getting a lot of feedback from our customers on what they want to see, the wrap platform, making it smoother to operate from the user perspective, improving the UI. So we have put a lot of that into action. So some of you guys may have already noticed some of that happening with the new profile management and profile editing capacity you've got on there. We've also got the wrapped half-size chamber, or the chamber mini. So a little bit like our large chamber, except it's essentially half the size. So it's only 1 meter high, taking a fairly small footprint on the floor. So it's about 55 centimeters wide. Kind of looks like a little small bar fridge, I suppose. Then you can put a fermenter in there, or kegs in there, for instance. You can use it for keg conditioning, for instance. Or yeah, you can fit most of the Firmzilla models in there and then be able to do a batch. But one of the beauties about being 1 meter high is you can also double stack them. So if you're really tight for floor space, what you can do is put one on top of the other, making a stack of 2 meter high of these two chambers. And that way you could have, like, let's say a 60 litre all-rounder in the base, and then be fermenting a 60 litre batch of beer, and then you could have, you know, kegs stored above and then put some taps through the door. So you could basically have a combination where you hardly take up any floor space, but then you've got your whole, you know, beer taps and fermenting whole situation set above each other. Then you can use one for fermenting, one for keg dispensing, or both for fermenting, or whatever combination you want. So really flexible product, that one as well, on the horizon to come out in 2025. So as you can see, there's heaps of cool new stuff that's coming out in 2025. I haven't even mentioned everything, to be honest with you, because we're a little bit short of time. But look, have a great Christmas. Don't drink too much. Well, actually, no, do drink too much. Get stuck into it, guys. And see you all next year.
So there you have it. I hope you have enjoyed this informative sit down with Kee from Kegland. I would love to hear from you in regards to what you are looking forward to the most out of the products mentioned, and what you would like to see that is not mentioned here too. Very often Kegland is very responsive to good suggestions made by their customers, so a comment here could really open doors. Equally, if you do have any questions about any of the products mentioned in this video, then please do let myself and Kegland know in the comments section of this video. You can be sure to know that I will be covering many of the products coming this year from Kegland, so subscribe now so that you do not miss these if you have not already. I do hope that you found this video useful, informative and interesting. If so, why not consider liking and subscribing? For further support, you can join the channel's Facebook group, and if you would like to support the channel, then check out the channel's merchandise store, as all profits go back into the channel. Until next time, happy brewing!